Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News. It's Wednesday, March 13th. We have all you need to know about the reopening of a local hotel and retrial dates set in the Timothy Piazza case.
We also have updates on a plea hearing for a woman accused of faking her own kidnapping, along with entertainment, sports, and weather. Stay tuned.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Nolan Collery.
And I'm Emma Goldkopf. Center Volunteers in Medicine launched a new fundraising campaign for expanding their dental programs. CVIM is the county's only free healthcare clinic. The organization strives to serve income-qualified, uninsured people who live or work in Center County. In the 2024 fiscal year, CVIM has served 288 patients with 511 dental visits. Funds raised from this effort will be used to meet the growing need of individuals needing dental services. Donations can be made online.
The Nittany Lion Inn is set to reopen on September 2nd, 2024. The iconic hotel will reopen its doors after undergoing some enhancements. The renovation process aimed to update the inn to modern standards while keeping its historic charm. The reopening will mark the first time in more than 4 years that the Nittany Lion Inn has welcomed guests since its closing in 2020.
A Center County woman has pled no contest to one count of neglect of a care-dependent person and financial exploitation of a care-dependent person. Loretta Stokes McClusick could face anything from probation to years in a state prison after a patient she was taking care of suffered significant wounds. The patient endured such extensive wounds to the point that bone was exposed. Stokes McClusick's plea means she accepted the conviction but did not admit guilt.
Retrial dates have been set for two former brothers of Beta Theta Pi. For the death of 19-year-old Timothy Piazza. Daniel Casey served as the pledge master for Piazza's class, and Brendan Young served as the president of the fraternity. Piazza died in 2017 after injuries sustained during an initiation night for pledges. The first trial occurred in 2019, but a slow process between Penn State's Interfraternal Council and St. Moritz Security Council brought the proceedings to a near halt. Casey's trial is set to take place from September 16th to October 4th of 2024, while Young has a possible trial date listed in September. We've seen some warmer temperatures this week, but what else can students expect outside? Frank Gargione with Campus Weather Service has the latest details. Take a look.
From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Good afternoon. I'm student meteorologist Frank Gargione with your Wednesday afternoon forecast. If you take a live look at Beaver Stadium right now, 68 degrees and gorgeous. Please, if you're watching this, go outside and enjoy the sun because newsflash, it will not last. Right now in State College, 68 degrees, feels like 68 with a dew point of 36. Visibility of 10 miles and winds west at 10 miles per hour. Our weather headlines, warm temperatures, as you guys know, if you've been outside, it is way above average right now. But however, this will change as rain comes tomorrow night into Friday to end the work week with cooler temperatures following those storms. Right now, our high temperatures, 66 in Bradford, 67 in Pittsburgh, 63 in Erie. If you come over here, Williamsport, 71, Scranton, 70, Philly, 71. May, spring-like temperatures. It is spring. No, spring's a couple weeks. But however, it does feel like spring-like temperatures right now. Right now, 68 in State College. And I was telling you about how it is way above average. Look at this, 20 above average here in State College, 20 above average in Pittsburgh, 24 above average, 25 above average in some places across the state. Just temperatures that we have not seen since August, September. Right now, our radar and satellite, pretty boring. Just some clouds, spotty showers up here near Williamsport and Scranton, but just little blobs on the radar, nothing to worry about right now. But overall, pretty clear. And if we look at the entire eastern seaboard, really the entire eastern seaboard is clear, except for some showers in Vermont, maybe in Florida. But the rest of the country, This is our next storm system, which will bring rain to us tomorrow. There is a severe threat down here for tomorrow in the southern plains, but we don't have to worry about that. Right now, wind speed 14, 13, 14, 14, 12. A little breezy across the state. However, this will pick up as the storms arrive. Right now, this is across the day, Thursday. As you see, storm comes in from the west, 30-mile-per-hour winds in Franklin, 32-mile-per-hour winds in Bradford, Pittsburgh getting to the 31-mile-per-hour wind range. And this will continue throughout the rest of the state, getting up to 35 in Bradford at 3:30 Friday, 36 in Pittsburgh, 36 in Philly, 34 in Scranton, here in State College of Williamsport. Lower, little breezy, but the valleys and the mountains protect us. Right now, our future weather, talking about those storms, right here about 5:30 tomorrow around rush hour. Storms start to slide in the western part of the state and continue to sweep across the state, arriving here in State College around 8 p.m. and making its way out Friday in morning, early morning. However, we are watching another storm system come in Sunday. Saturday will be clear with a few clouds, but Sunday, like I said, here is this rain threat across the state. So our weekend might be a little bit soggy. Right now, tonight in State College, you can expect 44-degree temperatures, mostly clear with southwest winds at about 5 miles per hour. And tomorrow, the golden day, 70, partly sunny, southwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. It'll be a beautiful day. Please go outside before the rain comes on Thursday and Friday. 67 today with low of 44, 70 on Thursday. Thursday night into Friday, and all Friday is when that rain comes. Temperatures are still mild, 61 degrees, but here's this cool down I was talking about earlier. 54 for Saturday and Sunday, 44 Monday, and back to winter, 39 and chilly on Tuesday with a low of 34. I'm student meteorologist Frank Arjone with your Wednesday afternoon forecast. Have a great rest of your day.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Gianna Jarrell with your sports update. Penn State Pro Day is this Friday, March 15th at Haluba Hall. Penn State football players get the chance to show off their skills to NFL draft scouts and improve their draft stock. There are 11 Penn State football players expected to participate in Pro Day. Some of these players did not receive an invite to the earlier 2024 NFL Scouting Combine, and others could not participate due to injuries. Players participating include Theo Johnson, who is projected to be drafted in the 5th round. Olu Fashanu will also be participating after injuring his leg during the NFL Combine. Fashanu is still projected as a first-round draft pick, but Friday will allow him and the other players to continue displaying their skills. Tonight, the Penn State men's basketball team kicks off the 2024 Big Ten tournament against Michigan in the opening round. The Nittany Lions finished tied for 9th in Big Ten standings, but will play as the number 11 seed per tiebreakers. The Wolverines are seeded at number 14. The pair has only met just once this season, with the Nittany Lions taking the win at 79-73. Tip-off for the opening round is scheduled for 9 p.m. tonight at the Target Center in Minneapolis. The winner of tonight's first round will advance to the second round against number 6 Indiana. In national news, the Pittsburgh Steelers are signing veteran quarterback Russell Wilson in a one-year deal. The Steelers and Wilson agreed to the $1.2 million deal on Sunday night. The Denver Broncos went 11-19 with Wilson as the starter in 2023. The quarterback threw 26 touchdowns against 8 interceptions, but was also sacked 45 times in 15 games. Wilson was benched with 2 games remaining in 2023 and was released by the team in the offseason. Wilson boasts a history of 9 Pro Bowl games and a Super Bowl win in his NFL career. He could pose a challenge to Kenny Pickett for the starting quarterback position with the Steelers. That's all for your sports update. After the break, Courtney Green has the latest in the world of entertainment. Stay tuned.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Porzillo, here with David Harrell.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out, reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss. Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment. We are Red Carpet News. Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Courtney Green with your entertainment update. The 55 Days of Cafe Challenge kicked off this past Monday and runs all the way until May 5th. The rules are simple. Visit Cafe West every day and grab anything from a single pickle to a drink. Participants who manage to complete the challenge can look forward to a party held at Cafe at the end of the semester. Cafe 210 West announced on their Instagram that this is the highest registration grand total in history, with 756 participants signed up. The Student Programming Association has another great guest in store for students. Head over to the Hub tomorrow for In the Hot Seat, a lecture featuring Sean Evans, a popular YouTuber and host of Hot Ones. Evans will be joined by Penn State alumni turned comedian and writer, Jared Freed. The event starts at 7 p.m. in Alumni Hall and is free for students to attend. Seating will be first come, first serve. Now, a special look at a performance from the Center of Performing Arts at Penn State. Our Lily Peroglo is live in studio now with more details. Lily?
Thanks, Courtney. I had the pleasure of attending the performance for Time for Three a couple weeks ago. This ensemble captivated many future musicians and fans. Let's take a look.
Grammy and Emmy Award-winning ensemble Time for Three returned to Penn State on February 28th. The group captivated the audience through traditions of Western music, and fans were ecstatic to hear that they were coming back.
We're really excited about the return of Time for Three. We've had them here on campus before, and they're a lively trio that is making music that is both of a classical nature, a Western classical nature, but they're also writing and arranging for themselves. They're really unusual. They're two violins and a bass, an upright double bass. And so that's a really different kind of instrumentation. So we're just really happy to celebrate creativity with them. They bring a lot of energy and love and creativity to their artistic practice.
Now this is Time for Three's second time performing at the Eisenhower Auditorium, this time though with a little bit of change.
Time for Three included students of Bellefonte area middle school and high school musicians during the final songs of the event. The crowd was touched that the group incorporated the young generation into their performance.
That is very gratifying and satisfying. I feel satisfied when I see young people on the stage looking at what could be their future, thinking about what's my possible future in this world and what will I become and what could I be. So it's really exciting to see young people imagine for themselves in the moment, but also gain experience. What does it mean to be on stage with professional musicians and to behave in a certain way and to present myself in a certain way? So it's also skills that they're learning that will be with them for the rest of their lives.
In University Park, I'm Lily Pergola with Penn State News.
The Center for the Performing Arts at Penn State hopes to continue connecting current and future musicians. Back to you, Courtney.
Voting for the CMA Awards opened today, March 13th, and runs until April 1st. The ceremony takes place on April 7th in Austin, Texas, and will be shown on Paramount Plus and CBS. Zach Bryan performed at the BJC last night, and he's also nominated for 2 CMA Awards, including Video of the Year and Breakthrough Male Video of the Year.
The show will be hosted by Kelsey Ballerini, who came on tour with Kenny Chesney to the BJC last year. That's all for our entertainment update. Coming up next, interview anchor Jasenia Marrero will be speaking with Veronica Zellner, a full-time student and business owner. Stay tuned.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Hey everyone, we are Red Carpet News, your main source of entertainment news at Penn State University.
Man, this festival is going to be popping.
I'm Alex Borzillo, here with David Harrell.
He's going to 23rd with Daddy Elon Warbucks to actual space away from Kim.
So in sync, especially during Kendrick's part when they came out.
Reporting on anything from music, movies, TV shows, fashion, to celebrity gossip. You don't want to miss out on any of the hot topics we discuss.
Find our segments on YouTube under the name Red Carpet News for your daily dose of entertainment.
We are Red Carpet News.
Hey everybody, thank you for tuning into this edition of Penn State Sports Night.
For all of us here at the Belisari Media Center, we are
Penn State Sports Night.
Live from the campus of Penn State University, this is PSN News.
Penn State Network News is a student-produced, bi-weekly live news show featuring all student talent.
From local and national news to sports, entertainment, weather, and live interviews, we have it all.
We also feature student-made packages from across campus.
Airing every Monday and Wednesday at 7 p.m.
We are PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a good night and stay safe, Penn State.
Welcome back to PSN News. I'm Jasenia Marrero, and tonight, along with me, is Veronica Zellner, a full-time student and a business owner. Veronica, thank you so much for coming in tonight. We're so excited to have you.
Thank you for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, of course. So you're a senior here at Penn State, and you started your business, Tan Lux, in 2022.
Yeah.
But you're still majoring in political science. So tell me about what brought you to start this business.
So I actually went to Altoona, the Altoona campus, for my first 2 years of college, and I moved here to UP in fall of 2022. I needed a spray tan. There was absolutely no one around. There was one small business at the time, and I didn't really feel as though that's where I wanted to go. And on top of that, I felt like I wasn't getting enough money from part-time jobs in the area. I didn't think that I was enjoying them. And so instead I was like, you know what, I'm going to just go on my own and kind of corner the market, right? There was nobody else providing what I thought I could provide to the community. So I opened my business. I started off small. I would offer coworkers free spray tans and then $5 and then $10. And eventually, you do enough, you get comfortable, you work your way up. And Tanlux was born.
That's awesome. I love seeing all the things on Instagram. So you run your own business and the Instagram, and you do the marketing for it and the networking.
Yes, I do.
Tell me all about that and how you learned to do it all.
So I've actually been kind of ever present on social media for the last few years. I am very present in the fitness space, and I have my own personal Instagram account with like fitness content. And so because of that, I kind of just transferred all that knowledge over into the marketing side of things. I think I've just always had a knack for it. Everyone in my family's in marketing and business. And it was almost like a joke because I am a political science major, and I always, I kind of wanted to go against the grain with my family and not go into business, not go into entrepreneurship. And so they tease me all the time. They're like, well, look who ended up being a business owner after all this time, after us saying like, you would never be that, or like you saying you would never be that. So yeah.
100%. That's really cool. So managing the Instagram, how did you learn how to do all the creative content for it and really market your own business?
I think that the internet is such a powerful tool. So, I mean, TikTok, Instagram itself has so many creators that you can just kind of take inspiration from and follow along. But if I'm being quite honest, I always fly by the seat of my own pants, and I do what I think works for me. And so far it's going well, and I'm happy with my customer base and everything that's come out of the business so far.
Definitely. So over the span of Tanlux, what has been the most rewarding part of doing spray tans?
I love making women feel beautiful and safe and inclusive. It's a very intimate procedure to a certain extent. Someone isn't dressing in front of you to their own comfort level, and it is your job as a spray tan artist to make them feel beautiful, make them feel cared about. Give them what they're desiring and for the reasons that they are there for. They're coming for a special event, or because they're going on spring break, or they have formal, and they're trusting you. And quite honestly, I just enjoy the process. I think it's so fun. I always compare it. I'm like, oh, it's like fun girly time. Like you're braiding your friend's hair. You know what I mean? You're just making someone that you care about look beautiful. And I care about every single girl that walks into my doors.
That's awesome. I love that you're able to build relationships with your clients and just really make them feel, like you said, as beautiful as they can be. So any advice to any college student or any adults, really, anyone trying to start up any type of business?
I always say the phrase when people are like, how did you do it? I'm like, be delusional. I had the idea, and before anyone could stop me and be like, but how are you going to do this, that, and the other? Mind you, think of logistics. Don't be dumb. But, before anyone could be like, well, you're in school. That's a lot to handle. And how about this? And how about that? I said, you know what? I want to do it. I'm going to figure out a way. My mother has always said I'm a very stubborn person. And I think that's both to my benefit and my detriment sometimes. And in the case of Tanlux, it's absolutely been to my benefit. I feel like my stubbornness, my unrelenting personality has proven that if I want something bad enough, I'm going to go and reach for it. And I feel so lucky I've got to create a business at such a young age that will follow me after college.
I think myself and all the viewers can see how much drive you have. Where does that come from?
I want to be a successful person. I think that in this life, you are granted such a limited amount of time, and it is your duty to kind of do all the things that you ever thought you deserved. And I truly believe I'm deserving of all the dreams and hopes and wishes like the little version of me would have wanted myself to accomplish. So I think every day I wake up and I feel very lucky to be alive, and I have that kind of just drive in me. I
really love that. I do. So post grad, what's your plan? Are you going to keep doing spray tans? Are you staying here? What's it like for you?
I'm actually applying to law school. I am a political science major. I think that in order to be a great attorney, you need to have really dedicated, personal motivation and you need to be a hard worker. And so I think that if anything, like even though Tanlux isn't my final path forward, I do plan on doing it in the gap year I'm taking before attending law school, between applying for it. And I think it's just turned me into a more disciplined, well-rounded person. And I got to say, I think I'm going to be really happy having an entire business on my resume, going into law school at the age that I am.
And are you going to stay here in Pennsylvania or any traveling?
So I am moving down to Florida as the plan of right now. Things change. Can't set anything in stone, but as of now, I'm moving down to Tampa, Florida. I'm going to take the business with me. I'm moving to a general college area, and I will be kind of just doing the same thing as I did here. I started all the marketing for Tanlux by just following girls on Instagram, finding Greek life organizations, dance organizations, anything I could, and going through followings and following the friends that they had, and word of mouth spread so quickly. And so I hope I can just do the same thing down in Tampa.
I'm really excited to see your journey, Veronica, and I think Florida is going to be very, very happy to have you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in tonight, by the way.
Of course.
Now stick around, because coming up next, Nolan and Emma will have the latest news from across the nation. Ready, mics? 3, 2, fade in on 2, mic and cue.
This is Nittany Talk.
I would say spring.
Slow down. When he knew that, how do you think?
I know. She continues to hold her values and everything though, and I think that that's really important. So yeah, self-care Saturday.
And you lose a lot of sleep.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Hey everyone, welcome to Culture Central. My name is Jaden Stewart.
What's good, everybody? My name is Eric Pichardo, and we are your hosts,
creators,
and executive producers of Culture Central. Is this Whitney Houston?
We're doing things that have never been done before, so welcome to the family.
If you don't include human beings, you cannot accurately model the way the climate has changed over the last 50 years.
And I don't know that we're ever going to be free of some sort of bug.
A natural state of motion for something to be in is to remain in its current state of motion.
I've been lucky enough to discover various things out there. Pulsars, exoplanets, and some other phenomena that ended up being interesting.
Hi, I'm Johnson Gary with Asking Penn State.
With Asking Penn State, Asking Penn State.
Asking Penn State, Asking Penn State.
Welcome back to Asking Penn State.
Three people are dead and others are severely injured after a shooting in Arkansas on Monday. Officers arrived in Jonesboro at a private party around 5 a.m. and found multiple gunshot victims. 2 of the people killed were acquaintances of the shooter. The third dead is the shooter. 5 others were injured. Police have not disclosed the reason for the shooting, and the investigation is still ongoing.
2 skiers were seriously injured and 1 skier died on Saturday at New Hampshire's Mount Washington. The U.S. Forest Service says that there were multiple falls witnessed throughout the day. 20-year-old Madison Salzberg was killed after a fall of approximately 600 feet down the Tuckerman Ravine. The USFS searched late into Saturday night through worsening snow and wind conditions until Salzberg's body was recovered.
An Alabama woman who is accused of faking her own kidnapping has a new plea hearing set. Carly Russell disappeared for 2 days last summer. Russell claimed she stopped her car to check on a toddler near the road when she was abducted and forced into a vehicle. Russell's attorneys appealed her case to a circuit court after a municipal judge found her guilty of falsely reporting an incident and falsely reporting to law enforcement. It is unknown whether or not she will plead guilty.
The Department of Justice is opening a criminal investigation regarding the Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 passenger flight blowout in January. The flight had to make an emergency landing after a gaping hole was left when a panel flew off during the flight. The DOJ is opening the investigation backed by the now resolved federal investigation of the Boeing 737. The Federal Aviation Administration gave Boeing a 90-day period to explain how it plans to address quality control issues regarding the panels on its planes. That concludes our show tonight at PSN News.
Be sure to check us out on Twitter and Facebook at PSN News, on Instagram at Penn State Network News, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/PSN News.
Have a great night, Penn State, and stay safe.